Welcome to TechBrothersIT. In this video, we are going to take a look into the split function. The split function splits a string using a regular expression pattern into an array. So here are some examples that you can see that we have split function here, then we have this string that contain A, B, C, and that has separation by the commas. Now if we would like to separate that, we can separate by the comma as it has the comma in between those characters. And it's going to return us an array of characters, so you can see right there. So it will return us the first character, then comma, second and third, and keep going. Now if you would like to split something like this that has A dash B dash C, and then you would like to separate by a dash. Now it's going to separate it into A, B and C as well. Now here if you would like to split something like this, like John Doe and then 35, and in this case we have this pipe sign here. So what we will do, we will say, hey, guess what, I would like to separate by the pipe sign. You will say backslash and then pipe sign, because if you will just simply provide the pipe sign, that means or, and to make it just this character, because we want to separate by this character, just put backslash, and then how many characters we would like? 2. So you see that it divided this part, so it provided a John and then did not do anything with the rest of the string. So you can limit how far you want to go from this. So here it is, we have now our sample data. I have this John Doe at example.com, then we have a first name and last name as a full name, then we have some user data, so John Doe 35 and New York, and here is second record and third record. The list of the columns is the email, full name, user data, and then I'm creating a data frame called df. Spark.create.data frame is used to create the data frame, and I use the sample data and the list of the columns for this data frame. Now I can show you the data frame by using a df.show, and then we will go from there and take a look on our different example how to split it. Here you can see that I have email, I have full name, and I have a user data. Now let's go with our example 1, then split email into the username and domain. You can see right there we have John Doe, and then we have @example.com. So we would like to separate the email, this part of it, and this part. So we would like to call this email, and the second part is we would like to call it domain or whatever. So here I'm creating a new column, and by using df, my existing data frame with column and email parts, and then I split and then say email, that's our column, and then say @. So now it's going to split into 2, and we will have array values of those. Then I said df.select email, that's original email column, then the email parts is a newly created column that we just did it right here by using a split function, and then we are going to use a show. So let's go ahead and take a look on our data, and you can see that we have original email, and now we have email parts, and this is array, and then it is divided into 2. So this is first part of it, the value or item, and then the second value is this domain. So this is how you will divide or split your original string into the multiple parts. Now if we would like to split a full name into the first and last name, then we can do that, and here is the pattern. We have already know that it has the space between them, so we can use that as a pattern. Now you will say df equal to df with column, so we are adding a new column and call it name split, and using the split function here, and then we are providing the name of the column on which we would like to apply this function, and here I'm providing the separator for that one, so that's the space, and how far we want to go with the 2 only. So if there are more than that, I'm gonna go ahead and actually put something like say test middle or something. Okay, so now if we will do that, what's going to happen is going to only split this part, and then it's going to keep this one as a together, so only for 2. So we have limiting this one. Now if we go, let's go ahead and execute the entire thing and take a look. So here you can see that in the second one we have full name, so John Doe, and then John is separated, Doe is separated with comma, and then we have Elise Smith test middle. Now as we have done like the limit 2, what happened, it only took this part, so this is first, and then consider this one as the entire second part. So you can see right there, and Bob Johns is also divided into 2 names right here, and became array of these 2 items. Now in this case, I'm gonna go back and just remove these two. Now what's gonna happen? Now we are gonna get this full name into 3 items of that array. So this is gonna be 1, 2nd, and 3rd. So let's execute this one and see how that works. So here you go. So you have full name and then name split, and we only provide here split the name by the space, and now it has split it into 3 items right here, this name, and the other name will have only 2 items or values, and it got split it into only 2 of them. So you can control the way you want, and I showed you the example. Sometime you just want to have first name and last name, and that's it. You will say limit 2 in that case. Now if we will go to the next example, and in this example we would like to user fields, and in the user field, if you remember, we have a John Doe 35 age and then New York City and all. So we would like to separate that as well, and here we will do df equal to data frame dot with column, adding a new column to it, and split and say user data, that's our column, and we will say backslash pipe sign. So the pipe symbol has special meaning in the regular expressions. It means or, as in A or B matches either A or B, but you don't want or in this case. You want to split by a literal pipe sign, so that's why you have to provide a backslash here. Now what is going to happen here, we are done with the splitting here, and now we are going to select the column. So let's take a look on the data, and we are saying df.select, and this is our original user data column, and then we have created a new field called the user fields, and that was separated by the pipe sign. Now we'll have more values, so it's going to be an array for us, and those will be just here you have user data. You can see that we have John Doe 35 and this, and each one is separated by the pipe sign, and here now we have array of those user fields, and then we have a first John, then comma Doe and 35 and all that, and this pipe sign is removed. So this is how you will split the original column or the text data into the array of those values, and you will use the split function. I hope you will learn something out of it, and I thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you guys in next video.